Hello, and welcome to Dad Doesn't Have Time for This, the show where we review things in a quick manner and then compare them to everything else in existence. Today we're going to talk about Wolverine and Deadpool, what probably would have been the conclusion of the trilogy if the movie hadn't have just made over $1 billion. So it's probably not the end of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. But despite that, I have to say, this movie did not disappoint. Even if the TVA was kind of convoluted and not my favorite thing in the MCU, just the interactions between Wolverine and Deadpool were just so well done. I actually think this was a more emotional reconciliation of Logan as a character than Logan was. Spoilers, I don't really think it was a good idea to break up Deadpool and his girlfriend, but I guess he needed something to motivate him, and they sort of got together at the end, so I guess it's okay, but it seemed weird. But if that's my biggest complaint about the movie, is that the setup was a bit contrived. Yeah, there was so much good about this movie. The cameos were endless and incessant. And I already said spoilers. The highlight of the movie was probably Wesley Snipes as Blade. I was not expecting that. I don't know how I managed to avoid that spoiler, but that was probably the highlight of the movie for me from a did you see what they did standpoint. Gambit was a nice touch. It's good to see X-23 again. I like that girl. She does a great job, even if she did end up in that TV show that shall remain unnamed. And all in all, the movie was humorous, and it accounts for all but one F word in the MCU. So, yeah, there's a lot of that. Definitely not one for the kiddies, but if you don't mind excessive violence, excessive profanity, and a few off-colored comments, it's a good time. It's a really good time. I had a lot of fun with this movie, and I'd highly recommend it. Where the MCU goes from here is anyone's guess. We'll see if Robert Downey Jr. was a good idea. I don't think it was, but they gotta do something. I'm hoping they just push a big reset button with Secret Wars and start from scratch. That's probably wishful thinking on my part, but we'll see what happens. But as a conclusion to the Fox universe, and with a touching montage at the end during the credits, I think this is a perfect send-off for the Fox cinematic universe. And I'm glad that New Mutants wasn't the final capstone of that franchise. I'm glad that we can go out with Deadpool and Wolverine. It was a fitting end. And all in all, I'd say it was the 85th best movie of all time. So you all have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you all later.